Hello guys and gals, it's Dark Paladin here again, and like I promised, I will be doing a live commentary for the next episode in Dragon Age Inquisition. This is my challenge run for the Rogue Artificer, and without further ado, let's get into it. Last episode, we killed the Pride Demon, which is probably the hardest boss in this game. I will probably cut out most loading screens unless I am talking about something. I believe I talked about that last episode, but if not, then I said it again. That actually took a lot longer than I thought it would. Anyways, so, grabbing everything that I can. And we are on our way to go meet Cassandra after we woke up, because that explosion knocked us out and kicked our ass. Bunch of crafting equipment that I won't use. I did not read the codex. There's honestly too much codex for me to read. If you want to read it, I will give it enough time, and if you guys can pause the video and watch it and read it yourselves. A dirk, which I won't be using because I am ranged. Spindleweed, which is plant.
Have you gone completely mad? She should be taken to Val Royo immediately, to be tried by whomever becomes divine.
I do not believe she is guilty.
The dwarf saved. The friendship is a scar.
I'm probably going through this too fast. I will slow down, I'm sorry.
Your duty is to serve the Chantry.
My duty is to serve the principles on which it was founded, Chancellor, as is yours.
Like I said, too much codex. Ooh, another bow. Every class is able to do their own little thing to open up new paths and the such. Rogues are able to pick locks, warriors are able to bash through walls, and mages are able to energize broken pathways. Mages are also able to make veil fire, which are used to make runes later on, which I definitely will be using. So much codex. I will probably try to keep this between 20 to 30 minutes long. So that means probably cutting out loading times. I will try to keep it around 25 minutes. Are you not looting? There we go. For bow grip, which is a schematic. Sledgehammer. I will actually be giving Cassandra a two-handed weapon rather than a sword and shield, because Templars just aren't as good as the two-handed weapons. That's a personal opinion. And from here, we should be able to go into Liliana's quarters. That's into here. The only time I'll come into this place. Then into here. This is where you turn in drops from enemies. I don't think I have any. Actually, I do. So, and what you do is you are able to put in items that certain enemies drop, and then you're able to do extra damage to those specific kinds of enemies, depending on how much you put into there.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
So I'm still a suspect, even after what we just did?
You absolutely are.
No, she is not.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone Most Holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
But not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence?
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
I think he's just jealous that I have a bigger beard than he does. But if I was the only suspect that they had before I closed the breach, where are they getting all these suspects from?
"5 minutes ago you wanted me dead, and now I'm your savior."
I was wrong. Perhaps I still am. I will not, however, pretend you were not exactly what we needed when we needed it.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this is, Chancellor.
It's a book.
From the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order with or without your approval.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers, and now no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
Investigate.
To start a holy war.
We are already at war. You are already involved. Its mark is upon you. As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly? It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done united under a single banner once more.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
So pretty much what we're doing is we are now the head of
You can go if you wish.
the Templars. Well, what the Templars were supposed to be.
We still think you guilty. The Inquisition can only protect you if you are with us.
We can also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay. But you cannot pretend this has not changed you.
And I agree for now, because I want to save my ass.
That is all we ask.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
Ancient writing. So, more lore. We're like a squad. If that. A wave. A wave of enemies. Or allies. And title screen. And I don't know why it always puts me here. Anyways, we actually picked up this, which is damn near game breaking this early in the game. It looks pretty. The armor I am not too fond of, but it is pretty decent. I'm sure we'll find something in the next level, I guess. Area. Next area. Well, since we're here in Haven, let's go through and talk to people. Starting with Solus. No, Solus. Come on, no, Solus. Piece of shit. Well, I cannot target Solus, so we'll come back to him. This is the apothecary. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I cannot speak today. In here, you upgrade potions, create potions, equip potions, and this dude
Huh.
is pissed.
Who's back from the dead? Again.
I don't recall meeting you before.
I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up after you staggered out of making those wear, though. So, you're welcome.
It has been a rough few days.
That's an understatement. And more ahead if the weather is any indication. Name's Zidane. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
Investigate. You're a bit cranky.
Healer, you don't seem particularly nurturing.
I'm not a healer. I'm an alchemist who's forced to play Mother Hen. You want something to burst into flame on contact with the air? Done. Gladly. Patching up wounded soldiers is a waste of my time and talents. But there are a few around who can help.
How are your people holding up?
There's no shortage of work. That's for damn sure.
Since there's no shortage of work, let's help out.
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajan's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
Farewell.
Templar Greatsword, something I will never craft. Day 2. These just symptoms of when I was asleep. Are you gonna talk to me now? No. Apparently Solus is not feeling very talkative at the moment. Maybe after we talk to Varric and grab that thing that healer was looking for. Tale of the Frostbacks. Pause and go. Pause and go. Pause and go. You can actually sit here in the bar for a while, in the tavern, and just sit there and collect songs. I am not sure how long how long it will take to do that. Ooh, stones that I'll never use. And Varric.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
I don't even want to think about how many lives.
Hey, he proves.
A lot of good men and women didn't make it out of there. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
I'm still not sure I believe any of this is really happening.
If this is all just the Maker winding us up, I hope there's a damn good punchline coming. You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky... that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
Now, after that cutscene, they normally have something else they can talk about. And tell me about the red lyrian that we found.
We found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother...
And he's just gonna apparently keep trying to propose.
in the deep roads. We located an ancient tide, so...
Just do it, you wimp.
There was this idol there made of it. Bark...
Sadly, you cannot romance Varric, though.
Everything's gone downhill from there.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
Pretty much what he's saying is it's
It's another
just
kind of lyrium.
dead lyrium, or possessed lyrium.
Dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the tide it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the deep roads? That's not a cheery thought.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
And you can actually ask him about the personal question, but he gets kind of like, I don't trust you enough for that.
If you've got lyrium to sell, Commander Cullen...
This bitch.
Oh, you're her. Thrin, Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
What do you do here?
I'll make sure
She sits around and looks pretty because she's literally useless. That table right next to us does her job.
Marching all day to fight the demons. Turns out heroes need to dig latrines just like everyone else.
How does someone end up as quartermaster for the Inquisition?
I served for Eldon under Ten Loghain MacTier, best commanding officer this world has ever seen. After they all turned on him at Denerim, though, there wasn't...
Turn Loghain is a person that turned tail as soon as things went bad in the first Dragon Age.
She knew I supported her father and got me away from...
Minor spoiler, but it's in the beginning of the game.
With that attitude, I can't imagine how you made enemies in Denerim.
People just don't want to hear the truth. I was at Ostagar, and I know what really happened. King Cailan overextended his position, and the Grey Wardens were too late lighting the signal. Following the original plan would have gotten everyone killed. Turn Loghain made the right decision. I apologize. Sister Liliana told me I shouldn't talk about this. Just forget it.
Tell me about requisitions.
Requisitions.
Pretty much what you do is you do little jobs that
We're not a real army.
take materials and you talk to the table, not her,
For anything that could help our...
and it gives you power. Power is used to unlock
You find some iron, good logging...
things on the war map, which we will be seeing after this episode. So,
Farewell.
have a nice day,
Make her go with you.
bitch. And with that, we will leave, come back, talk to Solus, and probably end the episode there. Because we are kind of running out of time. I have to do this quickly.
See reason, listen. We cannot stay.
Pretty much what it's saying is there's little dings and stuffs. But those are the notes that alchemist was looking for. And then over here is a logging stand. Well, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to jump. See, when I don't mean to jump, I jump. And when I mean to jump, I loot something, which is kind of annoying. There's a bunch of armor and elf fruit that you can gather over here, but we're going to the hinterland soon. So we'll be grabbing plenty of that. And jump! I keep joking about how this lake is going to eventually break is when I keep jumping on it, but it still is yet to.
Come to me, child, and I shall embrace you in my arms.
Over there's a blacksmith. I'll wait until next episode to do that. But
There was no word for heaven or for earth or sea or sky.
requisition. Ta-da! So I actually will be using stones for something after all, but I won't be needing to farm them, which is thankfully. Power +1. See, now we can talk to Solus.
A blessed hero sent to save us all.
I didn't ask for this, but someone has to find a way to seal the breach.
Spoken nobly indeed. You think I'm mocking you? This age has made people cynical.
And I can't imagine why.
I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
What do you mean, ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay then. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
Cassandra trusts you. She won't let anyone put you into a circle against your will.
Thank you. I appreciate the thought. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
And he actually has more to say, but we will wait until next episode to do that, because I'm running out of time. Just turned in this quest here,
And in one piece.
and then give you the notes.
He's working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up, you just give the word.
See ya! Lyrium potion. And with that, we have to conclude our episode. So, you guys have a nice day. Don't forget to like and subscribe.